demand for online instruction continues to grow daily, creating the need for professionals trained to develop and facilitate high-quality online learning. Here at Governor State University, the Center for Online Teaching and Learning prepares instructors to design, produce, and facilitate high-quality courses in the online environment. But it didn't start that way.
We began COTL, I think, with more of a vision than a plan. As technology became more user-friendly, we were able to engage faculty more easily. And as they began to use it, they also saw some of the potential, and then we've all sort of just grown together.
I was a graduate student in the counseling program, and I was invited to help co-teach a new online class that had developed. And as soon as I got involved in that undergrad psychology class that was being taught online, it was really revolutionary for me. I had never taken an online class personally.
At the same time, other forces were at play. Personal computers became more affordable and access to the internet improved, making the online environment a place where learning is accessible for all.
Students can now, go to the internet and say, I want a degree in XYZ. And then the competitive issues of universities now vying for the same students all over the country and the world, in fact, are making this a much different climate for teaching and learning.
It is a growing and booming area of education. It's not going away, it's going to grow. So it's important that our faculty have the latest research, the latest approaches, the latest technology, and that we help them to conceptualize how to utilize that in the educational experience. And it makes it better for the student and as well as for the university, so that we're current.
Every public university must be engaged in online learning. Students want to learn that way. They're all up on the technology. The university, especially the public university, needs to move with the public.
Still, getting faculty to transition from the classroom to the web is not quite that simple.
One of the most important things in trying to get faculty buy-in to the online initiatives for the university or any university is to also talk to deans and program coordinators and program chairs to see what their vision and what their needs are.
It really needs a unified approach from a whole institution perspective. We have that in our strategic plan, and that is very critical.
It has to be faculty directed and not administratively directed.
And students are driving the process in a way that they've never driven that process before.
Many instructors end up coming to the Center for Online Teaching and Learning saying, my students want me to use Blackboard and I need help because I don't know how to use it.
After you get buy-in from the administration and the faculty, the real work begins. Training.
We offer workshops where we'll stand in front of our faculty in a computer lab. Each one has their own PC, and we'll deliver the material, and then they'll have an opportunity to practice hands-on what we teach.
The students are all participants at the beginning. You're going to now change that role.
Okay. They'll be able to view the course right now.
Thank you.
Because if you don't put anything there, nothing shows up for students.
We try to address the individual faculty schedules, morning sessions, afternoon sessions. We also have adjunct faculty who are not on campus during the week at all. So we implement weekend workshops for the adjunct faculty as well, but we offer one-on-one sessions. They can reach out to our staff individually.
We're the people they might come and say, hey, I have this idea. I'd like to have an interactive map because I want to teach about the movement of Roman troops through Europe. And we would sit down with them and try to help them visualize how they might use the map, or if there are other tools that might be more effective for the sort of content they're trying to impart.
The biggest problem in working with faculty is to get them organized so that they can translate that experience that they have had in the on-ground classroom into the online environment and plan the way that they will spend time online with their students. Our faculty can come down for one-on-one help in our faculty training lab, sit down at the computer with our technical specialist, learn the programs, produce the material that they want to produce for their classes.
Because I teach counseling, and so if we discuss the course material online on Blackboard site, then when they get into the classroom, we can do some experiential activities like role play and so on, because we don't have to spend a lot of time talking about the lecture material.
First, the engagement of students with one another tends to be more intense in an online course because you're not limited by only one conversation going on at a time. You're not limited by the 50-minute class period.
I see that some of the more quiet students are able then online to be able to step up.
That class is now going into a second phase of having sex, what everyone needs to know instead of love, what everyone needs to know. So there's a second edition of this class developing based off of the feedback, and a lot of it is because it's online. So when you're talking about sex, there's a level of discomfort that can come along with it. An online format is the perfect type of class to offer when you're going to talk about a topic like sex. It offers a level of anonymity where students don't have to face-to-face interact, but they can still challenge each other's opinions. And they can do it in a format where it's safe and it's still monitored, but they don't have to personally disclose as much as maybe they would have to in a traditional on-ground class.
The overall outcome of training is, well, remarkable.
GSU has a couple of examples of effective faculty-directed online learning projects. One is our nursing program.
So this phone system that we have, that will be a new thing. You're going to hear about a few new things today that will help us to answer your calls more quickly, and also to help some of the many people in the community that call our department every day.
Maureen's giving some encouragement to continue education. She's putting a pitch in for the DNP program. So without
all the nursing faculty together went through our certificate of online teaching and learning. So they learned about quality design of online learning. They went through the program together, which I think is very important. More than one faculty looked at every single class, sometimes multiple faculty looking at how one class could be most effectively delivered. What was the result? After 1 year, we went from about 25 students in our RN to BSN program to well over 100.
In addition to increased enrollment, faculty also report having new or enhanced instructional strategies which help students learn. Nikki Roseborough tells this story.
I do have one particular faculty member that comes to mind. He's a retired police officer, and he's now one of our adjunct faculty. And he's, I know crime. I know how to, teach a police officer how not to get killed. I'm going to tell you, I barely know how to check my email. So I said, that's okay. We're gonna get you through this. So I said, just keep coming. He's like, I don't think I should come at all. I said, no, you have to come. I said, just give us a try, So I kind of bribed him a little bit with a little candy just to, just for fun. And I just gradually saw the growth in him. And he's like, he would come in and he'd get excited. Look what I did. Look. He was showing off his course. And when he first started, he barely knew how to log into our learning management system. And then at the end of the semester, he had uploaded his content, he searched for YouTube videos, and he had created groups for his group project. Not only was he adopting a new learning management system such as Blackboard, but he started implementing learning strategies, which means that he learned more than just how to use the software. He's learning how to apply the learning theory that is so important to online learning.
The moral of our story is simple. Online teaching and design takes extra effort, but the payoff is well worth it.
If I were giving advice to other coordinators of centers for online teaching or learning, one of the first things I would tell them is the importance of relationship building.
I think faculty are quite willing to learn and to grow, and I think they have a real interest in becoming more effective in the classroom. What institutions have to understand, I think, is that it takes a lot of time and effort to learn how to do this, learn how to do it well.
Online teaching takes extra effort, online design takes extra effort.
And lighting those fires in the minds of students is what we all live for. And if faculty can see how these tools will enable them to light those fires in students, they will learn it, and you just facilitate.